going to do our butterfly, and it's gonna look like this when we're all done. So what you need to make sure you have, you're going to get a whole bunch of different colored little rectangular shaped things. You need one tiny little piece of black yarn. You should have at least 2 in your box. That's going to be the antenna. And I'm going to put pom-poms on. That's totally up to you if you do. 2 little googly eyes. Remember, all this is in this little bucket here. Do that. You need glue. You want to start with a new Q-tip because the other one gets so gooped up, and then you need this to cut out. So the first thing you're going to do is cut this out. So for time's sake, I already cut one out, and then you're going to, with your pencil, decide what color you want. We do want to keep blue as our background probably because it's flying in the sky. So I'm going to do yellow. So here's my cutout template, and lay it down. Now when you get ready, you're going to trace it. You want to put it over to the side because you're going to want to use this part to do the shapes that are in here. So you want to put it over there, trace it out. It doesn't have to be perfect because it's just paper that you're tracing around. It moves very easily. So do make sure that you're holding it down with your hand as you trace around it. And then take your template and put it aside, and then you're going to just cut it out. See, it looks like that. And remember, when you're cutting, if you don't cut right on the edge, that's okay because you can turn it over so that you won't see any pencil marks that you had for when you traced it. That'll be on the back side of it, so that's perfectly fine. You just cut as best as you can. It's better to cut on the outside of the lines than the inside because you start getting too small, then you won't be able to put too many decorations in it. And that's kind of what's the fun part with the butterfly, is putting all your decorations on him. So once you get them cut out, remember, we're going to use this part, so just put it aside for now. You're going to take this, just like, see my pencil marks on the back side? I'm going to glue that down so you won't even be able to see it. Again, it's paper, so make sure you get those edges really good, all the way around. Spread it out. Now normally if you lay it flat, it's a lot easier, but I want you to be able to see what I'm doing. So I'm trying to hold it up so that you can watch while I do it. I'm just going to glue all around the edges. That's the most important part. And again, remember, just turn it like that, and then once it gets too much glue, it draws the cotton out on the end of the Q-tip, and then it gets weird. So just put it on, then I just swirl it around in the middle a little bit. You don't want too much glue, it takes too long to dry. So then once it's pretty good, I'm going to put mine right in the middle of the blue paper. See, like that? And then press it down really good. And then decide what you're going to do for your decorations. So I'm going to do the paper part first. And I chose to do pink, just like what I have here. And the best way to do this is to kind of roll it first before you even glue it so that it gets the shape to it. And then on one end, you're going to put the glue on just like this. And then you're going to bring that other end around. Touch them, hold it, count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then put it down and do the next one. It takes 5. They're all the same size, so it's 5 no matter what color you do. Curl it first. And then put glue on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Put it down. Next one. Curl it around, glue it, count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Put it, oh, that one stuck to me, so it opened back up. So gotta be careful there if you got glue on your hands. Which I do. Remember, if you get glue on your hands, you just rub them together. Comes right off. Okay, 2 more times. It'll be easier once you guys are doing it quicker, I should say, maybe not easier, while you do it on your own. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Say that one doesn't. Sometimes they don't, for whatever reason, they don't always stay closed. And last one. Around 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Make sure it's going to stay. Glue on the hands. And then while those are drying just for a little bit, because that'll make it safer, sturdier, decide where you're going to pick. So I picked 2 purple and 2 yellow pom-poms, and I'm going to put them on, decide what I want to do with them. Not sure if that's where I want them to go or not. And then the scrap paper that I had, oh, these little things, these are like perfect size, and I give you a lot so you have plenty. So I'm gonna do like everything else when I went to the same. I fold it in half, and then I'm just gonna do like a diamond shape. And it doesn't really even matter what the shape is because they're going to be exactly the same. So I have this. Now it's got a flat top that's kind of funky, so I don't like that. So I'm going to put them together, cut it again. Now look at that, 2 diamonds. Put them right there in the middle. That's kind of cute. Could make a heart. There's one. You can put as many or as few. It just depends how elaborate you want your butterfly to look. Okay. Next we're going to go ahead and we're going to glue our little body shape on. So you've got this little round thing. I'm just going to not put it on each one. I'm just going to put, I'm not sure if you can see this. So let me hold it. Oh, I forgot all our decoration. So we're just going to put some glue right down the middle. So it's already glued, so we don't have to deal with that as we're doing. And you can put them in any order. As you can see, they're not all exactly the same width around. I just curled one bigger than the other or something, but I'm going to put this one down here. So you hold it on. Again, count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're going to do that for all 5. So I'm just going to put mine on. I'm not going to count all 5 times this time because I don't want you guys getting too bored with me. Put them on. Try to keep them as straight as a row as possible. Put your fingers all the way in so they meet so that you can push it down nice and strong. Again, you don't want to hang it up on the wall and it fall apart, so you want to make sure it's glued on there nice and tall. Okay, so see his body's on. Next we're going to do his antenna. Now the yarn that you have comes in all different shapes, lengths. So that too, you may want to try it. So you're just going to put a V, and then what I'm doing is I need a new Q-tip. That other one got too yucky. And I'm just going to make a V right above his head with the glue so that I don't have to try to mess with it, because if you get stuck to the yarn, it'll be stuck to you for a while. Yarn and glue is very sticky. See? Just like that, easy breezy. And then we're going to glue his eyes. Now the glue dots that we have normally work really good for the eyes, but they're super sticky, as you know, and they're too big. So it makes his eyes really stick out. So instead of trying to get it onto that tiny little dot, it's going to be easier if you just put 2 dots of glue, and doesn't take a lot, right onto here, where you want his eyes. And then these, again, they're super tiny, so you gotta be careful. And it does take, sometimes it takes a couple times to get it on there, but it will stick to that glue really well. So once you get in there, remember you got that center, you can put one finger underneath and one on top. Then grab your other eye. They do move. Once you get them in place, don't touch them, because the more you play with them, the more they move. So once you get them where you want, you just leave them there. When that glue dries, you can't take those apart. So then I'm going to now go back to my shapes, decide where I want them. I'm going to, for pom-poms of any size, any shape, you just put a little puddle of glue like that, and you just put it on and leave it. Again, don't touch it, because the more you play with it, boys and girls, it's going to move around and it won't stick. So you just want to put your little puddle, put your pom-pom, decide where you want. I'm going to put the orange ones in the bottom. Same thing, put a little puddle, pom-pom, puddle, pom-pom. And then I'm going to put my heart, I think I'll put him right here beside his body. So they go out like that. And then those diamonds, I'm going to put on the top. And once you've got everything glued, what's great about this is if you get it done and you say, oh, it needs something else, you can always add to it. But once you get it done, don't ever do this. I just want you to see. You just let it dry flat for like an hour, because once it's dry, that's never coming off again. Okay? So the next thing we're going to do is the baby owl, so get everything you need for that.